8102.
Ready? Let's go.
Eight, 1, 0, 2. Directions.
It is a strange day here in 8102. The project 8102 started in 2018 by turning the numbers of this year backwards.
8, 1 reason, 0, 2 an abstract.
I am Carla Isidoro,
A gold miner of science fiction. I am Alexandra Bellon.
a percussive sonor architect.
Together we form K&amp.
Together we address 8102 as a mirror or as a window between the now and the future.
Here at Radart, together with Denise Gaens in collaboration with Studium Generale, we take you with us in a sonor trip formed by the voices of a future world.
How will this world in more than 6,000 years be?
That's a tough question, right? Especially now, in times of COVID-19. Back before all of this happened, we at Studium Generale found this project by K&amp, 8102. We decided we would ask them to come and do a workshop, and together we would produce a story for radio artists. But then all of a sudden, everything changed. So we did what we all did. We adapted. We put out an open call in this feed to ask students, alumni, and other creatives to imagine the world 6,000 years from now. This episode is the result of that call. An exercise in free thinking in times of lockdown, curated by K&amp and myself.
Marty! You've got to come back with me!
Where?
Back to the future!
This is me. I might be turning into my robotic self.
8,
What is normality? What is distortion?
1,
What is humanity? What is
0,
robot?
2.
What is being a robot? Am I a robot?
I'm your host Alkis, and for the next 1 hour we're gonna have some news and some tunes from the day. Today is the 25th day of the 4th lunar circle. Here from our station, I'm sending you live some
Rhythmical sequences.
Hello, this is a message from Chris in the year 8102. We found a piece of paper asking us to send a message back to the people in 2018, so we'll be doing that right now.
Nothing really changed that much. Humans are humans, voids are voids, greed is greed.
The planet has been healing over the past 6,000 years. There's a lot less people, but the people that live here are a lot more in cohesion with nature. We don't live together with nature. We do have separate worlds. Our world is a lot more white and a lot more technical, and nature has been left to evolve by itself, and we've kind of been building a world on top of that in a way that both of our worlds can function optimally and not disturb each other.
Nothing really changed that much.
I'm a time traveler, and a few days ago I went back to the year 2020, and now I know that in the houses there are a lot of nice photos from the guys and their families.
freedom.
And now there are also photos, but there are also videos. You can have videos in the whole house, like photos.
Something new is starting.
You make videos and take them on a photo paper, and then you click on the paper and
Freedom.
the video is beginning. That's so nice. I like it a lot.
8102, we have cyborgs assisting us. If, for example, you want that they cook for you, they do. We have also flying cars.
So connection with other planets is also a lot more normal now, which is why there's less people on Earth. But in general, there's just as many people in the universe as there were in 2018. But traveling to, for example, the Moon, Venus and Jupiter is a lot more normal now. And the same worlds that we have on Earth exist there. So it's basically just a choice of on which planet you want to live. Where in 2018, as I've understood, it's more about in which country you want to live. So for us, it's about planets, and with you guys, it's about countries.
In 8102, we live on 3 planets: Mars, the Moon, which is not a planet, but a star, and the Earth.
And then our understanding of technology has been evolving, so we are able to transport ourselves a lot easier, a lot quicker, without trains, but with tubes and transporting acts.
To move from planet to planet, we use hypersonic capsules, which travel at the speed of light.
And they are so nice technology. You also can be in a house in England, and then
freedom.
5 seconds later, you are in Africa. That's so nice. The technology is so much better, and I love my life.
En 8102, nous n'avons plus de montres, d'iPad, de téléphone.
In 8102, we no longer have iPads, watches, or phones. We have screens that are on our skins like tattoo.
I was sitting earlier today in the center of our beautiful surviving camp. You know, the big red mushroom that blooms there since forever. And I was thinking a note of gratitude. Maybe some of us already know, but the underground network of those fungi makes up more than 80% of our communication systems today. What we all know from that is that the internet we're using builds on these communications. But there is more. Thanks to these networks, our scouting team can pick up on news from distant districts. That's right. They can listen to the plants, baby.
We've been working a lot more with technology in order to enhance our understanding of holistic healing for people, which comes back to the nature part, where we believe that nature and the technology world can live hand in hand if we let each other be in our own strength. And so we've been evolving holistic healing with technology, but we've not been interrupting it. And so people are a lot healthier and a lot more in balance these days. And we are understanding that the pace of life should be a little bit less hectic than it is in 2018. So we've been living a lot more harmoniously as people in the year 8102.
Everything is immersion. A total immersion. Like an inversion. The water on the surface, the reverberation of the moon, the sun, the stars, the fireflies, everything that is luminous.
This is me. I might be turning into my robotic self. It feels weird to talk like this in sequences somehow, rhythmical sequences. But it is also part of life, and maybe even robots have life, and no distortion is needed because it's part of a normal life. What is normality? What is distortion? What is humanity? What is robot? What is being a robot? Am I a robot? Am I human? Am I a combination of both? Who knows? The parameters of normality are altered by the sound of this voice. This voice produced by what it seems to be a human body, but doesn't have, let's say, the usual sound that this normal human body has been producing for the last 29 years. These parameters are so fragile to become others, to become unaltered and unstable. I found this very funny.
This is a manual from year 8182. Things have changed the last 200 years. All living entities have transferred their consciousness into the network. We are receiving frequent invasions from alien tribes, and the transfer to the network was the only way for humankind to survive. At least our spirit will remain forever alive and wild.
Freedom, for Arendt, is not simply liberty from outside forces or private necessities, but a freedom enabled by natality, by the capacity to make beginnings, a freedom expressed in action. It is the human freedom to act, to speak, and to create shared spaces through interaction with others. This interaction requires that a plurality of human beings communicate with each other about the terms of their coexistence. It's in the nature of beginning that something new is started, which cannot be expected. From the Human Condition by Hannah Arendt.
We've replaced politicians with algorithms, solid food with Soylent Green, most of reality with simulation, and porn with castration, so nothing really changed that much. Humans are humans, voids are voids, greed is greed. The United States seem to have disappeared, but we're hesitant to go look for them for all the obvious reasons. Some people still find love. That's nice.
It's like 2020, but so much better with technology, and it gives so much things. I told you I'm a time traveler. That exists. That is. I can be a time traveler. We made something that it can be real. And that's so nice. You can see everything. You can see the future, you can see the past, and so on. And I didn't look in the future, but I don't want to, because I don't want to see something happen that the earth will destroy. Perhaps at some point I will overwind me and I will see it. But yes. Now I looked just in the past.
Dear people from the what you call past, I am doing this exercise on understanding your concept of time. I know the concept of relativity started somewhere with you, which for us is also somewhere with us. Hard to explain maybe, but we gather the time and space differently. And it is crazy to put yourself in this position. We no longer use English because we don't have past or present or future tense. I had to learn what it meant to you. Our communication exists on you and you exist on us. We are here right now. Nice to meet you. Again. Yeah, we've met before. Cellmates from that bacteria that created us. You've changed, and still so much of the same. I remember walking in Andromeda and catching the Voyager disk. It's your heritage. So this is my answer to you. Sincerely from the past, present and future, and longing to meet again, Olívia.
I love it. I love my life in 8000, but I think the life in 2020 was also nice. So, okay, then see you soon. Bye.
Today's first tune comes from an antique tape that is year 2020 of the old Christian calendar. It's a long time ago, more than 6,000 years. Got it fresh today from the new patch of junk from the monthly cleanup project. These guys are always happy for volunteers. You know, inside the camp we're safe, but outside there's still a lot of junk, and there is plenty of things you can do. Plus, you might always end up with a nice cool antique like this one. Well, coming from year 2020 to you with love.
From 8102 to the now, in alphabetical order, the voices of Alkis Barbas, Cecile Lassonde, Christianne van Leest, Lobo de Miranda, Jibbe, Willems, Lenn Louise Knobil, Manolis Ladas, Olívia Campelo, Simona Piras, and Sophie Kern. They send us their messages: a prophecy, a manual, a dream, or a dystopy.
What is about what below for
8102. See you in 6,000 years.
This was episode 11 of Radio Artis, a podcast by Studium Generale Artis, curated and produced by K&A and myself, Dennis Gaens, along with Joke Alkema. Thanks to all our contributors, and thanks to you for listening. See you in the future.
8 1 0 2